I'm Logan Rivera, and this is the Freeway to Success. So how was that?
Oh, that was good. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed.
You gonna pay me now?
No. no.
Welcome back to the Freeway to Success. We have so much to talk about today, so let's just jump right into it and start off with our first question. It is from Carlos. I do not want to butcher your last name, so I'm not going to even attempt it. All right, I'll attempt it. Andujar? Carlos wants to know, how tall was the tallest dude I faced? So the tallest guy I faced it was actually my fourth match ever. I remember it was outside in the back of a Burger King. No, I am not kidding you. In the back of a Burger King. Yes, wrestling, it brings you some crazy places. So the answer to that question is Malta the Damager, who stands at either 6'7" or 6'8", something like that. And yeah, he's one bad dude. That was my fourth match ever in the business. And let me tell you, it was intense. Yeah. Let's go.
Be advised.
All right, Ricochet. Eat it. Eat it.
Blink, you might just miss something.
Ricochet's opponents
Want a piece of me? I don't look like you.
These guys are undoubtedly going to give us a show here tonight.
Yeah, with the taunts. Get him, boy.
Trampling the opposition.
Get him, boy.
Boom,
and that's what I do. With the taunt. Got nothing on me. Come on. Climbing up. Get up. Get up. Let's go.
Oh. Strong impact from Ricochet. Ouch.
Boom.
Scoop slam.
That's what you get.
The reason they call Ricochet the one and only. No one's into
Watch
every
this.
match wanting to wow the WWE
Bam!
Universe, which is usually the type of thing I judge, but his high-flying ability is just too impressive not to appreciate.
Surely we'll see some of that high-flying expertise on display here tonight.
Surely, and if Ricochet gets to the top rope, which he most likely will, his opponent might as well throw in the towel. No one does it better from up there.
That's what you get.
And I know in preparation for this match you were studying footage of Ricochet. Did you learn anything?
I tried to study tape of Ricochet, but I kept on hitting rewind on the VCR because everything was just so unreal. He's a real stick of dynamite with the innovative maneuvers he pulls off.
Oh, neck breaker.
Yeah, this is for all the YouTubers out there. Keep saying I look like Ricochet. No, Ricochet looks like Matt Rivera. An expensive Matt Rivera, but Matt Rivera nonetheless. Come on.
He is just...
What is this, somewhat? Cedric Alexander, but why is my beard white? Bitches. Oh,
Cedric
no.
Alexander looking to take control of this match.
Son of a Cedric Alexander. Oh,
Very curious move to go for a pinfall at this.
and eat that
What a toss.
Going up. Oh! No one saw that.
When you look at this,
And
It looks like they both did their homework heading into this one.
all right. Bam!
jumping
Cheap shot! Cheap shot! He just hit him
got
with the
him
cheap
down.
shot!
Is this it?
1, 2.
He got it, 2. Oh, that may have been a slow count.
All right, all
He
right.
needs to change something
No problem,
fast,
no worries.
guys.
Connor!
Never ceases to amaze me.
Fatal attraction. Uh-oh. Matt Rivera taunting in the corner. Climbing to the middle rope where he feels oh so comfortable. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Cheap shot from the second rope. Cheap shot. And 1, 2, 3, 5. Old man Matt Rivera with the white beard. 2K20, what happened? Glitches galore. No wonder you only cost that $10 to get this game now. So I'm about to drop a truth bomb on you guys. I actually don't own 2K20. That was my good friend Billy Kushner playing one half of the Alta Dudes, and he decided to show me that footage of the Creator Wrestler. And you can catch him on the Alta Dudes podcast. I'm going to put the link, I think, somewhere in here about. More or less, something like that. And I'll put the information in the description. They have a dope podcast. Definitely check them out and add them on social media. So let's talk about the diet, which is very crucial. When I was doing Extreme Cheapskates, you guys saw I had a very lean, toned, and ripped look. But I had a very, very specific diet. Now, my breakfast would usually include one of the following: the infamous protein shake. And if that's not your vibe, I totally understand. So let's look at some other options here. How about a fruit smoothie? Special K protein, which you can't find in every store, so you might have to do a little bit of digging for that one, but it's actually quite tasty. Now, my favorite thing to have for breakfast: eggs. Eggs are an awesome source of protein, and you can prepare them a whole bunch of different ways. You can have them sunny side up, scrambled, omelet, deviled, hard-boiled. Like, you can switch it up so it doesn't seem like you're having the same thing over and over and over again. But I do love my eggs, and for another reason as well: they're cheap. As far as lunch goes, I usually would try to make it like a snack. Maybe have peanuts or cashews, a yogurt, or maybe a tuna fish or cold cut sandwich with low-calorie bread and low-calorie mayo or mustard. Very important. But keep it light. And cheap. Keep it cheap! For dinner, you're definitely going to want to pack in your proteins and get some vegetables in your system. Specifically, green vegetables such as broccoli, asparagus, spinach. Those are some of my favorites and are really, really good for you. As far as lean proteins, you want to stick with your poultry, maybe like chicken, turkey, and seafood is also another really good option. And it's also a really good segue into my next question. At Blood Torch would like to know what's my favorite food and my least favorite food. Now, I honestly can't think of my least favorite food off the top of my head, but my favorite food is by far seafood, sushi, and most definitely shrimp. I love my shrimp. Again, I don't really hate many foods, so what I'm going to do is actually switch up the question a little bit and tell you some of my favorite cheap foods. Now, don't hate me for this because I'm sure a lot of people will criticize, but some things I actually really love. I love Vienna sausages and I love Spam. Yes, you might be like, oh, that's disgusting. But if you like those things, please let me know so I don't feel so left out. I feel like I should have been born in Hawaii or something. I should have been Hawaiian where Spam is like accepted and I can eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because now that would be a good life. Not only is Spam delicious, but it's also cheap. Here are a few tips to make the most of your diet. On top of the list, portion control. You should never eat too late. Most people are like, oh, I just want a snack 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. That will not do your body any good. Try to cut off your last meal at dinner. Make it 7, 7:30 latest. Stay away from foods that have just too much bad stuff in it. You don't need too much salt, too much fat, too much sauciness, too much grease. Canola oil. Canola oil is the devil. Stay away from canola oil. It is cheap. It's very cheap, but guess what? Not even that is worth it. I would drink 1,000 protein shakes before I touch that garbage. Portion control. Drink lots of water. It's one of the few things you should drink. Not only does it help cleanse the body, but it's 0 calories. Now, a lot of people say, oh, I don't really like water. That's like saying you don't like to breathe. Get used to it. It's worth it. Portion control. Now, you might be wondering, how do I make this cheaper for myself? So let's talk about that, actually. Now, I didn't really give you a bunch of tips on how to make this cost efficient, and I'll tell you why. It's difficult. It's real difficult. But not only that, there's another reason why I gave you very, very, very specific tips on this diet. And I'll get to that in a second. But some tips when you're grocery shopping. Always look for deals. Look for deals. Make sure you're a member to whatever grocery store you like to go to, because they're always doing discounts. Make sure you cut coupons. Make sure you look at the meats that maybe are only going to last for a couple of more days so you can cook it right away or even freeze it. Those things will save you dollars. And those dollars can go to something else. Or to your bank and your pocket, whatever. I like saving money. It is what it is. So you might be saying to yourself at this point, that doesn't sound very cheap to me. And you make a good point. So here's the deal. After my TNA wrestling tryout, I ended up being hospitalized for about a week. Not immediately after, but sometime after. I lost half my blood count, and I really had no idea what was going on with me. But I found out I had Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease can be defined as any immune-mediated disease that can affect any part of the digestive tract from your mouth to your anus. He said Uranus. So needless to say, my doctor told me I have to change my diet and change my lifestyle if I want to live a long and healthy life. And there are just a few more things that are a little more important than saving a few bucks. We're just about to come to a close, but let me answer one more question here. This one is from @Feck Northside Villain, who wants to know, do I prefer being a heel or a face? That's a great question, and I will definitely answer that. So the majority of my independent career, I've actually been a heel, which I think would surprise most people. Oh, I love heckling the crowd. I've cut some ruthless promos, and some people might look at me and be like, you a heel? Nah. But let me tell you, I'm a great heel. I'm an excellent heel. I'm an amazing heel. If you don't believe me, let's get on the mic, and I will tear you open a promo any single day of the week. You better believe it. I don't play around. Now me as a babyface. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I make a pretty good babyface too. I found out on the independent scene, I'd watch other people's matches, and I would find that the babyface always lacked oomph. They'd come out and be like, yay, I'm a good guy, and I'm a good guy because he's a bad guy. I'm like, no, that's not good enough. That's not good enough to make me cheer for you. And if you're not making me want to cheer for you, then you're not doing a good job. And I can do it better. But honestly, babyface or heel, it really doesn't matter because I'm going to make you step up if you're across the ring from me. If you've got a microphone in your hand, you better be careful and you better know how to use that thing because I don't play around. On our next episode, we'll see if I reap the benefits from the 2 weeks of the 4 simple and free exercises. It's time to do another weigh-in and check to see the impact it's had on my body. We will also be intensifying the workout as well. Till then, I'm Matt Rivera, and this is the Freeway to Success.
You gonna pay me now?
Ask Mom.